Hey guys, welcome to my match against the Manitoba Munchers, coached by Ashy. And today is a very special battle because I will tell you this game will be decisive, will be a decider for playoffs. Both Ashy and me have a record of 2-1, together with the Cloud Ninetales coached by Bright Cloud and the Dallas Wishmakers coached by Hero. So technically the winner of this battle is certain of making playoffs, while the loser has to wait what Bright Cloud will do again in their game against the number one right now, the Zippy Zaps, or what the 8th place Rookie These Nuts will do against the Grand Rapids Basque Legions. So winning is basically a certain way to make playoffs, while loser has to wait and see. Their team consists of Mudbray, Munchlax, Purloin, Ponyta, Talo, Chinchu, or Chinchou, whatever way you pronounce it, Yamper, Slugma, Sprigatito, and Nidoran, with their Terra captains being, and have to be sure about that, Slugma, which is Terra Grass, the Yamper is Terra Fairy, and Nidoran is Terra Ground. Looking at his team, and mainly at the stats, Mudbray was brought in every game so far and is the number 6 in the rankings right now, with 5 kills and 1 death, so pretty good differential. Munchlax was brought to a single game and has a differential of 4-1. The Purloin has a 3-1 differential, and the other kills are made by Ponyta, Talo, and Chinchu. And Sprigatito, Nidoran were brought to a single game but were killed and are very low in the rankings. Looking at my own team, by the way, Poliwag right now is 3rd in the rankings with a 6-0 record. Wattrel still being number 10, great. Number 24, Driddlebur, with 2 kills and 2 knockouts. Ferroseed, Lotad, Impidimp, and Riolu are all quite high there. As you can see by my team, I drafted a new Pokemon in Litten because Frigibax was not brought to any game this season. I did not have a feeling I was going to use it anywhere in any way or form. So this week we have a new teammate, and it's Litten, called Leo. Shout out to my own cat Leo, so you know why the nickname. And Tarantula and Zorua are both 0-1, 0 kills, 1 death. But that doesn't stop me from bringing Zorua this week, as you can see. Well, but looking, I'm drifting off. I was looking at their team. Mudbray is a almost certain bring there from their part. I see them bring Purloin. I see them bring Ponyta. Chinchu was brought into all matches so far, so I expect him to bring Chinchu. And any further, maybe the Sprigatito or the Slugma, because of grass type, so they can have with Ponyta and Chinchu a Fire Water Grass core, or perhaps the Yamper as a way to stop my Wattrel from spamming electric type moves. But I don't bring Wattrel, so. But that's a secret for you and me, and he will only will find out as soon as the battle starts. So, well, let's have a look at my team this week. I bring a supportive Litten this week with Intimidate to lower my opponent's attack stat. looking at his team, Mudbray, Munchlax, Purloin, Ponyta, Chinchu, Yamper, and Sprigatito are... Oh, and Nidoran Male, because of Hustle, are mainly physical attackers. So having a way to switch in and immediate lower attack stats is quite nice. Parting Shot, it is not Prankster boosted just with Impidimp, but still a great way of switching out, getting a form of initiative and lowering the attack stat of my opponent. Will-O-Wisp to burn things. Again, many physical attackers, and Will-O-Wisp will cripple them in some sort of way, except for Ponyta and Slugma, which can, of course, being fire types, not be burned. And at last, Taunt against things like the Munchlax, so it can't set up. Having Flamethrower for Stab, mainly because I didn't want to run physical set, because I already have some physical hitters. So and my other so mainly that. Next up, Little Me. Little Me is again a supportmon, of course, running a full Fizz-Def set with the Lost into special attack, and it's kind of a wonky matchup in this game because of Ashy will most likely bring Purloin, and Purloin being a dark type negates Prankster moves. So when I use Trick, Parting Shot or Thunder Wave against Purloin, it will do nothing. But because of Purloin, I have Dazzling Gleam on Impidimp. It's Purloin will most likely outspeed, but with this set I will most likely live any hit it throws at me, and D-Gleam will do at least a fair amount. The Trick Lagging Tail again for something else, mainly a Ponyta, a Tailo, a Chinchu, or a Yamper. Any fast mons will get a Lagging Tail, hopefully. Again, Thunder Wave for speed control, and Parting Shot for lowering both attack stats. Nightshade is gonna get his third run out this season. His last two games were not very useful. Mainly because the first game he got knocked out in the first with the first move used, and last week I did bring him, but he didn't hit the field. So yay Zorua, I guess. And this week it's mainly here to bamboozle my opponent. Getting knocked off getting knocked off is of course great, because it can support my sweepers by knocking off leftovers, Eviolite or whatever, or it can just knock the wind out of the sails of any sweeper with choice items, Life Orb or whatever. I made it a choice scarf, so it will outspeed anything that's not scarfed on their part. And Icy Wind is there for the Mudbray, or for a grass type like Sprigatito or Terra Slugma. Bitter Malice to lower attack stats again, and U-turn for momentum. So let's say he switch out while I use U-turn, I get initiative. That are my three main support mons. I bring 2 breakers this week, and one of them after last week I can't not bring Poliwag. I mean, he was exceptional last week. So max speed, max special attack. Lost points go into HP with a timid nature, so it will outspeed almost everything. I believe it speed ties with his Ponyta or her Ponyta. Let's see, Jolly, yeah, 19. But Ponyta has run almost, or, well, the 2 matches I've seen from this Ponyta, I've seen it bring a Flame Charge set. So it first needs to use Flame Charge before it can definitely outspeed Poliwag. And yeah, when he Flame Charges, I will run Surf, and Ponyta will be bye-bye. And I do believe I have coverage for everything except for the Munchlax, because, let's face it, Munchlax is a special wall, definitely in this format. But Surf will ruin Purloin, at least with specs. Ponyta and Mudbray go down by Surf. Ice Beam for the Tailo, Earth Power for the Chinchou, and for the Yamper, Surf for the Slugma. Sprigatito gets run over by Ice Beam, and Psychic for the Nidoran. And when it terras to a ground type, I will use Surf or Ice Beam. So Poliwag will be mainly a late game cleanup guy for this game, I guess. Just a Prank will bring the same set, almost the same set as last week. Oh, I see I did not fully... Yes, there we go. He will bring max speed, max physical attack, and the last points into HP. With the focus set, Prankster, Agility, Swords Dance, and Close Combat Earthquake. Why this set? I want to switch Riolu in to Munchlax. When Munchlax is setting up, a +1 Munchlax should not live a close combat from Riolu. So he switches out, I use Swords Dance. He switches anything in, don't matter what. I use Agility, I'm +2 speed, I'm +2 attack, and I will live on. When he hits me and it's normally a knockout, I live with Focus Sash and I revenge kill it with Riolu. I need to keep in mind some Pokemon have priority on their team, on them, like Purloin with Sucker Punch or Tailow's Quick Attack. But most other mons will just be knocked out by Riolu this way. And they need to bring a revenge mon with priority to knock Riolu out. But if they do that, they're all physical way, by the way, all priority. So when they go for any priority, I can just simply switch out into Prickly. Iron Barbs, leftovers, max HP, some attack and some defense investment just to sponge any physical hits. Set up Leech Seed, set up Stealth Rocks, and with the Curse I will boost my attack and defense stats while lowering my speed. And that's the great thing with in combination with Gyro Ball. A lower speed will, the lower the speed is going into my opponent, the harder Gyro Ball hits. So again, Ferroseed is also here to mainly support, and Polyswag and Riolu will mostly be the breakers of their team. So with that said, see you all at the battle, and yeah, just hopefully we can make playoffs. I hope you will all be cheering for me when the game's starting. And all there's left to say for me is up the Vivillance. Okay, here's the invite from Ashy. So I'm gonna immediately accept it so we can do our battle. Like I've already told you, today is about getting playoffs. A win will ensure it, and well, I'm also kijk a little cup spectators. There we go. So a win is necessary to be sure of playoffs, while a loss will already done it. And a loss will make it a little less certain. So mostly what I expected. Riolu can beat the Munchers. What do I want to do? I think I want to start with Nightshade, but what do I want her to think that it is? Imp. Right? Now I'm going to start with Leo. And Nightshade. Second, what do I want it to be? I think Lil Me is going to be last, so there we go. And what I expected, Purloin against Litten. I'm going to Will-O-Wisp it immediately, so it's probably... So let's see what Purloin aka Dusty is going to do. T-Wave, that's okay because... oh, that's not okay. I don't mind the speed drop, but I don't like not being able to move. U-turn is not doing much. Let's see what switches in Mudbray. Oh, come on. 2 paras in a row, that's rough. What do I want to do? What do I want to do? I'm going to thread it out with Polyswag because I always outspeed it. Oh, damn it. Let's see. Icy Wind Nightshade, I guess. Let's see what he wants to do. Yes, let's see. Prickly, I guess. But as you can tell, this is not going how I want it to go. If anything, yeah, I'm not going to be that salty, but I mean, if one of the 2 Will-O-Wisp got off, but yeah. This can be interesting. I'm not sure why she switched, but I'm putting it on a timer. So I expect... no, she's not going to... ooh. I do not expect her to switch now. 4 to 11, I'm at 6. Yeah, this is not how I wanted it to go. Come on, I mean... right now this is just so rough. I mean, Litten is paralyzed 3 times in a row now. I mean, Mudbray, Purloin, and now finally the Munchlax is paralyzed, but this is still doable. But I do need my Riolu for it, and if... oh, well, maybe this is the opportunity I need. I will see if it's scarfed, because it will only outspeed me if it's scarfed. It's not. It loses its berry juice. Let's hope. Let's hope I can do something here. No, I'm going for agility first. But guys, this is getting tougher by the minute right now. She's going for an attack, Flare Blitz. And right now I will... Do I? Yeah. So, I'm not getting 6'd out. I guess that's something. And yeah, like I said, I'm not really having much to say. She's going for... Oh, the knockout. Fair. Well, Lilmi, let's see if there's something to say for you. She's probably going for an attack. Wait, if she's going for a switch... No, because she U-turn knockoff. Okay, I'm losing my lagging tail. Really, come on. Right now I'm feeling like I'm not having any luck at this game. Let's just lose as little as possible for differential, but yeah, like I said, just rough. Let's see, 17. It's lagging out because of Nightshade. D-Wave, let's hope I am as lucky as she is. No, I'm not. So, I guess this is going to be a 5-0. Yeah. Oh, 4-0. I guess this is going to be a 4-0, but yeah, I'm not seeing how Leo is going to pull this one back for me, because, oh yeah, that's going to outspeed very hard. Well, I'm going to say GG's, because yeah, I'm not living that. Well, I am trying not to be salty, but yeah. Yeah, this is just not how I imagined it. I mean, 3 paras in a row is just rough, man. Just rough. Yeah. Good news, I am sure I will make playoffs. At least I'm pretty sure. If Steve Guy does not win his battle with a differential of +4 or +5, I should be able to finish 6 in the league, so that's something, I guess. But yeah, like I said, rough day today, not how I wanted it to go. But next week, there are other leagues, hopefully playoffs, so all I can say is up the Vivillans.